hope you really enjoy this video. It was a joy for me to make. The trip has been awesome. I just wanted to put this out there. You know, this is YouTube, so you know the like and subscribe thing already. And I know this is probably a long video, but you can always come back to it. You don't have to watch it all at once. But I think I like them long because it gives you a sense of what it's like to be out on the wilderness waterway for 8 days. And there's just nothing like it. It's one of the most beautiful, pristine, and I don't know, wild places out there. So if you ever get a chance to paddle the Boundary Waters, you don't have to do the whole border route like I did, but get out there and check it out. Do a couple days of camping, a little portaging. I think you'll really enjoy it.
He's yours?
Biddy, you're out of uniform.
No hat.
It's gonna be like Florida Heat.
He has no hat, and I have no name tag.
You had no name tag. I know. I didn't even recognize you yesterday. Lake Ramey's taken a liking to us today, hadn't it? This is a big 8-mile crossing right here. This is one of the bigger ones this morning. We've got about 28 miles or so. We're getting ready for our first portage. It's also where we have to get our boats cleaned to prevent stuff from moving from one lake system to the other. They got a barrier up here and they sterilize our boats for us. A lot of big water today. First 2 days are big water days. After that it breaks up into smaller sections, little 5-mile and less ponds, lakes. Some of them are only a 1/4 mile long or 1/2 mile long. All right. Yeah, that's the first section done, huh? Go up here and get deconned. Is that hot in there? Probably not, huh?
No, it won't be hot. It won't be hot till it comes
Till you comes out of there, yeah. It's getting down to that golden hour. We got about another 8 miles to go to our next portage. After that, we'll grab a campsite. They give us about 40 for the day. First couple of days I'd like to get 40s in. After that we do 30s. A lot more walking. Sunset on the Boundary Waters. Gotta get started early. 6 o'clock, ready to rock. Nice campsite last night. Beachy area. Loons and geese making their racket. Grassy Portage. Wasn't expecting those geese. That's pretty cool. Loon River's almost overgrown. Just enough room to paddle through. We'll get a motorboat. So that's how you get your boat from one lake to the other, up and over the Portage. Day 2 is drawing to a close. Lots of bald eagles today. Otters, beavers, paddlers. It's almost surreal how calm it is in here, isn't it?
It's just amazing. It's just, yeah.
You can't hear it just flattened right out.
Pretty spectacular.
There's a beaver right over there just across in front of us.
Oh, cool.
So there's a campsite in about a mile.
Okay.
We'll look at it and see if it works.
Sure.
So morning of day 3. We had an awesome campsite last night up on the hill. Up there on the top of that hill there. Overlooking the lake. Today we get some more portaging in. We're going to leave Lac LaCroix, that's what this is, Lac LaCroix, and we're going to go down into the Basswood Falls area. Hopefully finish up somewhere around between Little Basswood and Big Basswood. Looks like maybe a little bit of breeze coming in today. A little bit of clouds this morning, so see how it goes. And we're off on another great day of paddling the boundary waters. Today we'll finally get away from the motorboats. First couple days you're in lakes that motorboats are permitted. And you get past that now and get into the real wilderness part. So these are our first trumpeter swans of the trip. Love paddling next to cliffs. Oh, there they are. I heard there were some petroglyphs here. Oh, there's a lot right there. Bunch of hands, somebody waving. Always the highlight on the third day is Curtain Falls. Getting ready to take an epic nap. Curtain Falls, Boundary Waters, day 3. Mile 92. Hopefully. A lot of work today. We had to work hard to get our quota in. Our quota is 33 a day. We're going to have about 34, maybe 35 by the end of the day, but it's going to be dark when we get done, I think. So, good day. Saw some pictographs. Saw a lot of wildlife. Swans and loons and eagles. So we ended up making it to Table Rock before dark. That was my goal for the day, so really happy about that. And then we were going to take the first place after this, because usually this place is taken, but there is nobody here, so we get to camp here tonight. This is a very famous wayside place. People have been camping here for thousands of years. So it's a real privilege to get this campsite tonight. And I know Dawn's ready to stop, aren't you? I know I'm ready to stop after that day today. Holy smokes. So we had a big day yesterday. Came dragging into Table Rock about dark. So that was pretty nice to make it on time. Today we got a bunch of portaging to do. We're gonna go down to the Basswood Falls and Little Basswood Falls, and there's a bunch of them today. So in and out of the water a lot. Still gonna try to make 33 miles or so. It's harder to do when you're doing a lot of walking, so. But nice, fairly flat water this morning. Just a little tiny breeze. Dawn's getting ready there, and then we'll be shoving off. This is Lower Basswood Falls. It's our first portage of the day. Coming into Wheelbarrow Falls. Second portage of the day. It's not a real steep fall, so I don't think it's a real steep portage either. Some of these portages are easy. Some of them are not so easy. This is a not so easy, but we're gonna make it work. Basswood Falls. This is the way I like to come into a portage right here. We've been surfing for the last 2 hours. Awesome setup. All the way down Basswood Lake, just about. Once we made the turn, we got rain coming in. We're gonna hold up here and kind of keep an eye on it for a few minutes and see what's going on. But we got the beach right ahead here for the Canadian side of the portage. Looks like most of the storms passed to the south of us, so right behind us and kind of opened up. So it looks pretty good for continuing today. Breeze is definitely in our favor. We're gonna be paddling the same direction a lot of the day, so should have some nice downwind conditions if it holds up. I just grabbed everything, take it off the beach real quick. And we're on the Canadian side. They call it Quetico here in Canada. It's boundary waters on the US side. So I didn't do anything last night because we got into camp. It was about 5:30 because it was raining and thunderstorming and everything. And Don said he'd had enough, so we pulled into a campsite, but it was raining all night long, hard and windy. We probably could have paddled a couple more hours, but it was breezy and he was done. So, and then this morning he said he didn't want to get going yet, so I went ahead and left at about 5:30, trying to get a big day in today. I got to my first portage here. Real pretty looking portage at the end of what is this called? Birch Lake. And we're gonna go up and over. Fell in this morning, thought I lost my sunglasses, but luckily they were on the board when I got back up and got going after I quit looking for them. So I got them zipped up in my pocket now, that way I won't lose them next time I fall in. I was just paddling along and then their stump grew up right below me there and knocked me right off the board. So anyway, it's a little chilly this morning. Got my hat on, got some long pants, a long shirt, you know, a neoprene shirt, and feel nice and toasty. When I say a stump grew up, you can see there's logs all over the place from the beavers. Well, it doesn't look very rough from here. But man, that was a heck of a pull. 10 miles upwind, and it was mostly knee paddling, mostly kicking my butt. I got another little portage here up and over the top, and then I think it's 5 more miles of upwind to look forward to. But you know, you just get what you get. We had downwind yesterday, got upwind today. Just another 5 miles of this and it'll be over, I think. This is some of the lighter I've been paddling in today. It's been way wavier places. I got a couple islands up there blocking the waves. That helps. It's raining, it's windy, but I'm warm inside, so that's all I'm worried about. I feel good. Got a big turn in about 5 miles that should get me out of the wind for the rest of the day, hopefully. Wave action. I just came from over there across some really treacherous seas, but if it looks like a long ways, that's because it is. And that was just the last 3 miles of a so far 20-mile upwind day or so. Covered about almost 30 miles, but 20 of it was upwind. The rest of it wasn't so bad. Like that, I'm behind an island. Got some nice peaceful paddling for a little bit. I'm gonna jump from island to island for a couple miles, and I got another open water spot. But supposedly the wind's supposed to die off around 6, and it's like 5:45, so pretty soon hopefully the wind's gonna die off. We shall see. Pretty fall colors over there on that island. Been seeing some of that all the trip. Good morning. Welcome to Marbuff Lake. Looks pretty peaceful this morning. Breeze has died down mostly, so not too bad for the wind. I needed that. But that's why we had a portage around, was all that rock there. A little rapid going down there. So I just came down this portage trail here. Had an awesome campsite last night. Stayed on the island all by myself. Really nice grassy field. I got in about 7:45. I got started this morning at 5:30. I've already done 2 portages. I wanted to get going before dark because I'm behind schedule, and I got to get back on track. I want to get done in time for the Saturday afternoon banquet instead of being late like I did the first time. So I'm out of the Granite River and I'm into the Pine River now. Had a couple of tough portages, a couple of easy portages, 2 more to go. I think they're both fairly short. I don't remember how easy they are, but I think they're both fairly short. And I'll have a nice 9-mile stretch of water to paddle down in Portages. About 3 otters. See if they come back up. Oh, there's one. There's one. This is probably the hardest of the hard portages. After coming across a bunch of rock like that, and then you got this big drop off right here. So yeah, tough. That's what you get. But also, that's what you get. So we got a traffic jam up ahead. A couple of canoes just went over the top, but they're still bringing their gear around. This is Little Rock Falls. It's a pretty fall. Canadians mark all their portages also. The Americans, they're not marking them, so you have to kind of find them. Sometimes they're a little harder to find, but that's part of the challenge. Conflict Lake was nice to me today. I got to paddle all the way across without having to work too hard. No harder than a 6-mile paddle any other time. At the end you got this nice beach here, and instead of having to portage to Little Conflict Lake, there's a little creek that sneaks right in there, and this nice sandy beach is where I'm going to have me some lunch. What's for lunch? Well, same thing as I've had every day. Some cashews, some cheese, some meat sticks, and some mango slices. A little bit of fat, a lot of fat. You need it. Eat a lot of carbs while I'm paddling, and then I have fat for lunch. And protein. Just had to go over that beaver dam. Bigger than it was last year. It's amazing how one lake is big, huge, wide open. Next one's this little narrow grassline thing. The beaver dams and beaver lodges all over the place. Talk about trail magic. $20 bill. Right there on the Portage. Guess somebody left it for me. From Monroe's Lake. Got the beautiful mountain in the background. I've been paddling towards that for a number of miles now. I'll pass that mountain up here in a little bit. But I just thought it was a pretty picture with the 2 swans up there. And they're right in my way, so I gotta go that direction. But I'm gonna try to leave them a little room so they don't get too disturbed. You never know with birds though. One of them give me the dangly foot. Good morning. Hopefully this will be the last day of paddling. Had a nice night last night. Got a little late start, so I'm not going to be talking too much here, but just a beautiful morning. Overcast. Expect the sun to come out later, but very peaceful so far. I'm on Rove Lake. I got about 20 miles to the river, and then I got 11 miles down the river. So that's my day today. I'll be at camp for the hike out tomorrow. Well, we're coming up on what I call just another damn portage. This beaver dam is so old, it's got its own growth. Now we're in Watap Lake. It's just a beautiful scenery here. It's incredible. It's the whole reason I come is for this beautiful scenery and quiet. These are called the Lily Lakes. think last year it was too low to paddle. We had to just walk around. So I'm really glad I got this little, I think it's about a quarter mile, maybe a half mile paddling section. Which means it's not a walking section. Anything to get you out of walking is a good thing. Could be called the Cattail Lake too. Now this one's a lily lake for sure. Look at that, just covered up with them. And every once in a while you hit one of those lily roots. You can't see them, but boy, they slow you down. Another beaver dam controlled lake. I think we had to walk this one too last year. So they've been working. It's good to see the beaver around. We about killed them all up here at one point. Millions and millions and millions of them got sent to Europe. Been made into hats. Well, it's my last lake for the trip. It's called North Fowl and South Fowl, but it's all, you can't tell the difference. But it is rather hard to get into. As you can see, there's a long grassy paddle with rocks down there, who knows what. Probably fall off once or twice before I get there. But once we get out there, and it's about another 4 miles, 3 3/4 to the last portage before the big one. So what I got left is this lake, one portage of a mile, and then 11 miles of river, and then an 8.5 mile portage. And I'm hoping if I get there before dark to the top of the 8 mile portage, I'm trying to get a little bit in tonight if I can. This Fowl Lake is notoriously, it's spelled F-O-W-L, but in years past it's been F-O-U-L. Windy as all get out. Today it's looking pretty calm, but we'll see once we get, usually a South Fowl where it starts really fouling up on me. I'm just hoping that since I did a little hard work the other day, maybe the wind will give me a break today. I could use a little break. Still a ways to go, but looking like I'm gonna be able to finish now on schedule tomorrow, sometime around noon. So the wind came up a little bit, but not too much. I think this is the first time I was able to paddle across this standing up. Last year I was pretty rough shape coming into this little cove. I call that mountain over there the gatekeeper. It's got a gatekeeper's cabin even. But it's kind of the last, it's the big landmark you have for the exit of the Boundary Waters. And when you combine it with that mountain on the right, it makes like a nice funnel for the wind. And so I think that's why it's usually pretty breezy headwind coming into here. But I really got lucky today. You can see the gatekeeper from about 6 miles out. When you're on Moose Lake, you can see it. When you come around the corner, you just barely catch it. And then when you're in Fowl Lake, you're closing in on it the whole time. Looks pretty small till you get up to it. But that's gonna finish me out for the lakes. So now I just have a portage and a river, and then a big ass portage. Now while I'm being thankful for the gatekeeper for letting me pass, there's one more important gatekeeper I need to acknowledge, and that's my wife. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. She supports me in doing anything I want, and not only that, but she leaves me little nub notes so that when I'm going along on my trip, I discover them, which is kind of cool. So I really appreciate that. I think I got the best wife in the world. So I'm really thankful for my ancestors, people who brought me here, and the people that come along behind me. One last look down. Oh, here they come. These guys. I call them the rabbit. They're the hare and I'm the tortoise. They stop earlier and they rest longer and they sleep in later and they still keep up with me. So here they come. We'll have a little lunch here and then we'll have a little chit chat before we get portaging. Once again, the hare catches the tortoise.
Is this the Portage?
Yes. Did you guys have a good night last night?
Yeah. We did.
This portage is not fun.
No.
Well, you gotta go up over that saddle there.
Over that?
No, but this,
Right
the side of it.
That's what I was sharing with you before when I said, looks like we got a big climb.
I call that the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper let us through today.
Yeah.
That's the first time I made it across that lake without, like, crying, practically. Really? You know what I mean? And then being so exhausted when I got here.
Yeah, today's been a good day.
It's been an awesome day, huh? Yesterday was good 2 days in a row.
Yeah, that's for sure. We just had that little, what do you call it, kind of
event
tester in the middle there.
We had a weather event. It's a challenge, right?
Definitely.
Out of the river and left at about 4:25, which is about 25 minutes behind where I was hoping, but we'll see how it goes. I think finishing up in the dark's not bad, as long as I can get through the really shallow part. As if this isn't a really shallow part, but there's some rapids up ahead, quote-unquote rapids, but they're really more like just a walk down the river with your board pulling behind you. So hopefully I can get through that and get to camp before too long after dark. But I'm getting to camp tonight, one way or the other. It's a beautiful river though. Constantly watching out for logs and sticks. Definitely slows your progress down. Shallows. Can't get a good bite in your paddle. Rapids. I call it dragging your boat through the crap. But that's what it is. I guess if it's really up, it's rapids. Right now, it's crap. But it's actually better than the last time I did it, and maybe even the other time too. Don't want to go that way, there's a strainer down that way. So, keep your eyes open at all times. But beautiful river still. A couple of swans just flew by a minute ago honking at me. Beavers everywhere. Trying to get to the waterfalls before dark. Just when you think the rapids are never going to end, you get a little break. I don't know if I'm done doing rapids. There's several sections of them, but I think I've done 3 or 4, so I might be done with them. And then you just have this nice, peaceful, beautiful river to paddle with a rock every now and again. You gotta be careful. If you look out for too long, you'll run into something. It is a pretty paddle though. I'm really just soaking this all in, savoring the last couple miles. Seen lots of ducks, a few geese, a bald eagle, some other birds I couldn't recognize. All in the last like 5 minutes. It's just crazy here. Beautiful area. I was hoping if my plan had worked out, I would have been here a lot earlier and I could have gone a lot slower on this, but it is what it is. I want to get done for the banquet tomorrow, so I got to huff it into the Portage tonight, and then I'll just have the 8.5 mile portage to go tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow. Probably take me till noon or 1 or 2 o'clock. I don't know. It's a long, slow process paddleboard portage, and you gotta swap hands all the time. I think I figured out a way to do it above the head next year. If I can get something for above the head for next, I'd do it again next year. Otherwise, I don't know. It's hard to carry that board. Look at that vista. Wow. That's beautiful. Hawthorn berries. The ash trees are have their berries. The witch hazel had berries on it. The rose hips. And then there's all the fall flowers. Many that I don't recognize, but there was definitely a lot of ironweed and aster, and I think I saw some bee balm. Really just a sweet spot. This is what we're portaging around. It's called Portage Falls. And it is a sweet waterfall. Right down into that canyon there. Last is a dying day. Gonna make it to camp just in time. I didn't know if that was one of those angry beavers. Well, time for the last leg to begin. 8.5 miles of hiking out to beautiful Superior National Forest on the Grand Portage Trail. And there's the Grand Portage right there. Oh, wait a minute. That's the Grand Portalet. Eight and a half miles of this. Nope. I wish. But it's a beautiful start. This is the way you do your portage breaks right here. Coffee and everything. These guys got it going on.
I usually take naps.
Take a nap?
I take a nap around 12, so.
Oh yeah.
You'll want to be here for that.
You know what I say? You gotta take epic naps.
Yes.
Take epic naps. Why do you think I got my pad with me right there? That's my nap pad. So, 4 miles done. About 1.5 miles per hour. Pretty slow. Just thought I'd give you a look at what I did in my board yesterday going down that river. So this was almost a brand new board. But the tape kind of saved a lot of it on the front. If you look through the middle here, there's all kind of scrapes and scratches. They're pretty good gouge right there. It'll take a little work. But for the most part, considering how much banging around and beating around that I did, I'm very pleased with that board. SIC makes a wonderful product. And if you're thinking about getting something for beating up, that's the board to get. Poplar Creek, the bridge is out. And then that leads you right into the stairway to heaven. Although it feels like hell while you're walking up it. Looks like they've maintained it a little bit since the last time I was here though, so that's nice. Used to be those round logs there. So this is a proper step here. It's still not gonna be easy. This is what you do, you walk down the middle of the trail. No matter how muddy it is. You gotta live like a bear out here. We'll keep walking till you fall over. There's gnomes in these woods. They're thinking of our safety. I guess if you're carrying a canoe, it's not so bad. Oh, I might scratch the bottom of my board. Got the Portage shut down, huh?
Yes.
Will you hold
What
this?
a rock star, sure.
I want to get a picture of the sign, but everybody stopped in front of me.
Wait a minute, we got more important things to do right now.
Wait, yeah, yep. I got a picture of that on the other end. Just a minute. Just a minute. See, I got that on the other end too, you know.
Oh.
I didn't even
At the start.
Way to go,
Wow, that was a
Did you purposely wear
well-deserved
that
kiss.
You're not done yet, though.
Bye, Betsy.
Before, right? Are
Yeah,
they closed or they open?
Just touch the outside
Just
wall.
go touch it.
Got it.
How's the lake looking?
Nice.
Flat, nice.
Do it,
Yeah.
Adel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Going
Oh, Gal
for it.
Scott, you
Here,
are
oh, he's
you
going
are
for
top.
the lake.
you are the tops.
I might go to the left and go that way.
Okay. All around.
Yeah.
Circumnavigate.
Anything worth doing is worth doing the hard way.
Left side of the fort. Yeah.
time. I want to record that.
But anything worth doing is worth doing the hard way. How you doing, Mr. C?
I'm doing good.
What are you doing here?
Just say hello.
Yes, he is. Well, no, I'm gonna put my pack down in the car. I'm not bringing all this garbage with me. Hey, there's another team coming right here. Team, take a break.
Team, take a break. You know what? Did you hit your spot to end it?
Is that done yet?
I'm not there yet.
Okay, let's go. I'll walk with him.
Well, they take, yeah, we'll take this guy.
We'll take care of Scott. Come on, Betsy.
I'm coming.
Those guys are funny. We had coffee on the trail.
Yeah.
Coffee, and then they had breakfast. Then they had second breakfast.
Oh, wow.
Then they had Levinses. Then they had lunch. And then they just stopped back there at the road too.
Oh my God.
And they would pass me up every time. I can't believe I beat them down here because
Well, they were laying
It's
down.
faster for carrying, for sure. You don't have to change hands so much.
So just touch the wall because they get
Yeah, they're looks like they're doing a little well-deserved maintenance, getting a new roof on that thing.
Yeah.
20 more feet.
There it is right there. That big is right there.
All right.
Big one.
Big one.
For the big old board. Oh, wow.
It's my new tradition.
Whoa.
Gotta hit the spot.
Yep.
Spot's right there where it belongs. There it is. Hit the stop button. Yeah, it's 9.25 miles here. I don't know where they get 8.5.
Yeah, I got,
Yeah, they
congratulations.
Thank you. It was actually the easiest year.
Come here.
Winds were great.
Winds were mostly great.
Nice job. Congrats.
Thanks. I know I smell like a bear.
No, you don't.
I've been living like one for a week.
You want to pick?
Yeah, you're not done till you
There you go.
kiss the
Now
wall.
turn around.
There it is. Kiss the wall.
That's it. You made it. Photo op.
Now kiss each other.
Scott, stand up. Will you get the mouse to the camera?
Okay. All right, now turn around and kiss the wall again.
Okay.
All three of them.
Oh, ready, set, here you go. Scott, yeah, I got you more.
So the tradition is, if the lake allows, you paddle over to the marina at the casino. And this year, I'm lucky enough that the lake allows. So now I'm paddling Lake Superior. And there's Kendra over there.